Welcome to today's video. Our topic is Hindu undivided family. What is a Hindu undivided family? A Hindu undivided family, also known as HUF, consists of all persons directly descended from a common ancestor and also the wives and daughters of the male descendants. A HUF gets certain relaxation in computation of taxes. The Hindu undivided family is treated as a person under Section 2 of the Income Tax Act of 1961 for the purpose of assessment under the Act. The HUF has its own permanent account number called as the PAN and files tax returns independent of members. A HUF consists of the Karta, who is typically the eldest person or the head of the family, while other members are called as the co-parceners. The Karta manages the day-to-day affairs of the HUF and the children of the co-parceners of their father's HUF. Once a daughter is married, she becomes the member of her husband's HUF, while continuing to be a co-parcener in her father's HUF. Even though it is said that Jain and Sikh families are not governed by the Hindu law, but they can also form HUFs. Now, our next topic is creation of HUF, how it does help in tax saving. One can save taxes by creating a family unit and pulling in assets to form a HUF. HUF, wherein the income has being earned belongs to the whole family and not to any specific individual. As the income is being generated in the hands of the whole family, this income cannot be taxed in the hands of the family, but is taxed in the hands of the HUF. And therefore, HUF is considered to be a separate entity for the purpose of Income Tax Act. And the HUF has a separate PAN card and a separate income tax return is filed for the same. A HUF automatically comes into existence when a person gets married and starts his family. It is not necessary that his new family should also have kids. The day when the bride and the groom get married, they form their own HUF. Although HUF is automatically formed at the time of the marriage, it is always advisable to have a written agreement as the banks and the income tax department asks for the HUF deed. It is not necessary that HUF is created on the day of the marriage itself. It can be created at any point of time in the future. Now, what are the steps to create a HUF? To create an HUF, the first step is create HUF deed. Creating an HUF deed, the deed is a written form of formal document on a stamp paper stating the names of the Karta and the co-parceners of the HUF. The eldest male member of the HUF becomes the Karta of the HUF. The names of the members of the HUF and the name of the HUF is also required to be stated in the HUF deed at the time of the creation of HUF. The name of the HUF is usually the name of the Karta followed by the word HUF. It is also states the capital with which the HUF has been initiated. There are various sources through which capital can be introduced in the HUF. Our second step is apply for the HUF PAN. As the HUF is created, separate entity different from its member, a HUF is required to apply to a separate PAN card. An application for HUF PAN card is required to be made in the form 49A which can be furnished online as well as manually. Once the PAN card has been allotted, the HUF would be required to file separate income tax returns and can therefore claim benefit of income tax slab rates and also claim most of the income tax deduction which are available to an individual. Now, our third step is open the HUF bank account. A HUF is also required to open a bank account in which it will receive all payments. A HUF account can be opened in any bank. Once the bank is opened, the HUF deed is created, PAN card has been allotted, and the bank has been opened, the HUF can separate legal entity and can start receiving payments and amounts received in the name of the HUF will be taxed in the hands of the individual members of the HUF. Now, our next topic is what are the members of HUF? As HUF stands for the Hindu undivided family, so individuals belonging to other religions are not allowed to form HUF except Jain and Sikh, who can create HUF even though they are not governed by the Hindu law. HUF consists of the Karta and the co-partners. Karta is generally the eldest member of the family or who takes all the decisions of the family, and co-partner means the person who has the right to demand the share of the property of the family if he or she wants to be a part away with the family with his or her share. But not all the members of the HUF are considered as the co-partner. The co-partnery can be extended to 4 degrees of the family hierarchy in the following manner. That is, the first degree, second degree, third degree, and fourth degree. The first degree holds the ancestral property for the first time. The second degree consists of the sons and the daughter. Third degree of the grandsons, and the fourth degree is of the great grandsons. Thank you.